What's up, everybody? Sorry, Spookfest here. So, we are going to read a little vampire story. I really like this one. Pew pew, motherfucker. So, this one is Big Stone Gap Vampire. This one's in Virginia. In the heart of the Appalachian, an extreme southwest part of Virginia, is a small community called Big Stone Gap. It has gone through a number of changes over the years and is previously known by two names, Three Forks and Mineral City. In 1888, it was renamed Big Stone Gap. Vampirism dates back to the world of the vampire that terrorized small villages in the night. Vampires represented corpses that leave their graves and search for blood. They return to their graves before the sun comes up. According to legend, there are several ways to kill a vampire. One is to drive a stake through the heart. Other is to expose it to sunlight, and the sunlight will burn the vampires. It will eventually dissolve into dust. In 1890, European man named Rupp moved into Big Stone Gap. He moved into a cabin that was located over a mile into the woods and secluded himself into the cabin. He did not make friends with anyone, nor did he come to town or become part of the community. Rupp was rarely seen. Rupp soon gained a reputation of being a vampire after the cattle near his cabin were found dead and drained of all their blood. It was stated when the local farmers found two of his cows dead in a field with wild animals around. This was not a very noteworthy event. What made the story different from others was where there was something very strange about the farmers' cows. Their blood was completely drained. It was soon discovered that 3 more farmers had lost cows under the same circumstances, completely drained of blood. Their blood, some of the cows had been dismembered, but that could have been from wild animals. Over time, domestic animals were found dead around and drained completely of blood. Mysteriously, the town drunk was also found dead and drained of his blood. At the time, the traveling salesman was making his regular trip through the region. 2 local boys who were found in the woods came upon Rupp's cabin and peeked inside through the window. They saw Rupp sitting there next to the fireplace, eating a piece of raw meat. The boys went back to town and told some of the town folk. Several days later, a group of concerned citizens had a meeting discussing the problem. They came to the conclusion that one of the European workers in the mines must be behind this. Of course, Rupp, a recluse and their prime suspect. The killing started after Rupp moved into the area. The good citizens went to the sheriff and demanded that they arrest him. For lack of evidence, they could not arrest Rupp. After the sheriff refused to arrest Rupp, a group of citizens decided to pay Rupp's cabin a visit. When the group arrived, he was nowhere to be found. The men broke into Rupp's cabin, only to find the scattered body parts and blood on the table. The men then set fire to the cabin and watched it burn to the ground. A pose was formed the next day to surround the woods, and they were searched. No sign of the man was ever found, and his identity still remains a mystery. Animals still vanish without a trace in the area, and when that happens, the memories of Big Stone Gap vampire resurfaces. They say Rupp's ghost still haunts the woods around those areas, and where his cabin used to be. That'd be a cool thing to go find out in the woods. An old vampire cabin. That's kind of far from here, but maybe one day I'll be able to actually get to that. And I'll probably be working on this guy again more today. Maybe detail his face, fix the head, make it more of a Groot. But I got a lot of work to do. I got to get all this bark off and stuff. Hope you guys are doing good. I'll be back with more investigations soon. Maybe one tonight. Don't mind stuff falling off. Yeah. Peace out, you guys. I'll be back with more.